the noise, the same old bag of notes. Wouldn't you like something new to rock out with? This is it. See your Oldsmobile dealer.
Are you burping over there? What are you doing?
Yeah, man. What do you think I've been doing?
And we're back!
Man,
Where you been, man? Rocket Radio, Steve Minore, cas-am Performance, Rocket Report, Steve. Traveling
We're back.
this great country.
Yeah.
Auction.
Couple
after
trips.
Auction in Indy and Michigan and Mecum and some other places.
Whatever you want to throw in.
Episode 6. Welcome back, everyone.
This is great.
We got a lot of catching up to do, man.
You think?
It's been a month since we've been in the DrJay studios here.
Yeah,
and,
we've been busy beavers, man.
Where you been? I mean, one thing I wanted to do, we're going to start a new thing tonight, but you know what? Screw it. We're kind of out of practice. We're going to do a section right now called Where's Steve Been?
Oh.
Where's Steve been?
Michigan.
Yeah. What was going on in Michigan? Tell the people. See, I know, obviously, because we had a recap. And before we do this, we're kind of off our game now. We had some technical issues for an hour.
Oh, man.
DrJay, the audio engineer extraordinaire, had like
Diagnose.
triple failure.
Diagnose.
And I just want to let everyone know that I'm looking at my wrist, pretending that there's a watch on there. But
Yeah.
what time does your phone say?
8 p.m. No.
Yeah, no, it's no 8 p.m. I'll tell you that right now.
Let's see what we got.
It's got to be
11:40.
It's got to be
That's
like
a good
almost
ET.
friggin' midnight.
That's a decent ET.
Yeah, maybe
what do you
for
think?
one of your slow hunk of
Hey,
shit.
come on. 11:40 is not bad.
We're not going to get into that. Yeah. So where's Stevie been? Detroit, Michigan. Tell me about Michigan.
We went up to Traverse City.
Yeah.
I've got a client up there that's kind of doing a freshening of a older restoration on a car that he's owned since he was a kid.
Yeah.
And
I just want to let everyone know, before we even keep going, I'm going to cut you off one more time. If the audio is not up to your standards, and it's not up to mine right now, but we're going to put this out there because we haven't been on for a month. So if anyone out there is going to be super picky, I know.
they're not going to find it.
I don't care.
They're not going to find
hear
it.
You
You hear it.
But anyway, go ahead. Traverse City.
So Traverse City, 70 W30 automatic. This gentleman has had the car since new.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of cool history behind this car. This was a car that was actually given to Popular Hot Rodding back in October of '69 to do some test hits at the track.
Really?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine being in that position and saying, oh, here's a 1970 W30.
I used to read
do what you want to do with
magazines
it.
Like that New York magazine was called Cars way back in the
Yeah.
day. And
Yeah,
those
yeah,
guys
yeah.
used to take some of the ball
Sure.
motion cars and the dealership cars, throw on some headers, throw on some slicks, and
Exactly.
they would go to the connecting highway in Long Island, and
Rip
they
it
would
up.
street race in the scene,
Yeah.
and then put the car back on the dealership lot
Exactly.
before the bosses
Right.
came in the morning.
So this was
one of those.
This is one of those, but not like that exactly. Oldsmobile dedicated, I think, 15 or 20 Oldsmobiles from 1970, and they weren't all 442s. They were station wagons and
Delmonts.
whatever they were. But there was only like 4 or 5 70 W30s that were put through this process. So one of them went to Popular Hot Rodding. Probably one of them went to Cars Magazine to do some testing at the track.
Yeah.
Change the camshaft, put different shocks, put it on with slicks, put headers on it, and see what kind of difference it actually made at the track. So
Yeah, this is total underground skunk work stuff.
yeah, but it was all covered in the magazine. So after they're done, they give it back to Oldsmobile, and then they auctioned it off to the dealers in certain
that can
zones.
be documented.
Yeah, it's all documented.
Really?
It's all documented. I don't want to give any names or anything like that because I haven't got
We never
permission
do.
from him. But,
okay.
This is a pretty cool car with a pretty neat history.
Yeah.
Oldsmobile stuff. It's neat.
So what's the future of this car now?
He's looking to bring it to the homecoming. It's going to go to McCacken.
Don't forget Chicago, November 17th, 18th. Thanks for the plug this year,
Absolutely.
2018, in Chicago. And our good buddy who was in episode 5, Stefano.
Stefano.
Yeah, see? And
right.
I even wrote it down phonetically
Yeah,
tonight.
did
so
you
I
do
get
it right?
Stefano.
I wanted you to say it first because I wanted to follow. Our
Dickey
boy.
Performance, Nickeyy, because we love Stefano.
Yeah,
Sponsorship of the McCacken event. Sorry,
yeah,
there's your plug.
He's
Go.
got his hand in there. Great guy. So, this car, it was restored back in 2005 by a pretty reputable shop out in the Michigan area, but not, to my standards. I'm sorry, but I had to say that. And there's a lot of it was a great restoration. It was back at the time. It was
restored how long ago?
05.
Okay.
2005.
All right, fine.
So, he reached out to me through somebody else that turned him on to me, and basically he just wanted to kind of like, all right, I'm going to send you some pictures of the car. Can you verify, let's make sure everything's still there, because I don't remember whether or not anything got changed. And we went through the whole car and found a couple little things, and I'm like, well, there's some things under the hood that I would consider maybe updating, whatever, and, making it look fresh again, and before you knew it, the motor was out of it, the tranny was out of it.
Go.
It's like a it's a frame-on restoration. Basically, that's what it's going through right now. I mean, it went from January, like, talking to fruition of this because he's in Michigan, and the weather, he wanted me out there when the weather was nice so I can kind of, like, check out the restoration as it's going, as I'm consulting him month to month, sending pictures, asking, doing this, doing that. So he wanted my opinion. The motor and tranny ended up coming off.
It's what happened.
Whole interior,
Note to
everything.
Self, don't invite Steve to consult your car.
Oh,
no,
my
totally
God.
Kidding, totally
kidding. The splatter paint wasn't correct, and it wasn't the right color in the trunk. So we did a lot of stuff, and it's, you know what? This car's a factory W27 car.
Oh, the
factory
whole rear
aluminum. Man, just beautiful. Really cool car.
Yeah.
And it is all numbers matching, documented. Of course, I'm going to be doing a rocket report at the end, but we've been taking pictures
so
throughout.
The car is something.
Yeah.
But the 05 restoration was a debacle, like you like
to say.
say.
No, it wasn't a total debacle. I mean, the paint's beautiful on it, but it wasn't like done. I mean, the front end wasn't detailed. It wasn't all one. It was all black. You know what I mean? It wasn't all broken up. So he ended
What
up
color was the hoop on the intake?
It didn't have one.
We talked about that in episode 5. Oh, and then
didn't have it.
It didn't have
Does
it.
now.
Well, it does now. So
You'll see it. You'll see it.
That was early May, and then mid-May, traveling some more. Meekum.
But before we get to Meekum,
Okay.
this car is going to be at the homecoming in Lansing, Michigan, which is Father's Day weekend, I believe. It's on the Saturday.
Oh, see,
so this car will be there.
Said the homecoming, I thought we were talking about the event in November.
No.
Okay, two different things here.
Oldsmobile puts this on, a club out there, I believe, a local Oldsmobile club puts on the homecoming every Father's Day weekend. Lansing, Michigan, birthplace of W30s.
All right, so correct that. You still got the plug about McCacken and
Stefano
Bibby.
Totally different things.
Two totally different events.
Totally
here.
different things.
All right.
Totally different things. So, okay, now you can talk about
I don't
Meekum.
want to talk.
All right. Talk about Meekum. Come on. You're supposed to
Meekum?
get your energy
All right,
here.
well, see,
I see you got 25 cups of coffee all over the place.
There's one there.
What do you want?
There's
what is
Tokyo
this?
Disney
Tokyo
Mickey,
Disney.
compliments of my brother.
We got the
There's
Hulk
Tokyo
somewhere.
Mini,
I don't know what we got over there.
compliments of my
They're
brother
all the
when I
same
went to
size,
Japan.
different colors.
There's the sumo mug from Japan.
Got an
compliment
Angry
my
Bird
brother.
up there.
I got an Angry Bird. You
Got
should
moths.
see DrJay Studio. I even got
This
the
is
on-air
play.
sign.
Yeah. Thanks, Joy.
Oh, we're so freaking loopy tonight.
Yeah, it's great. I love this.
Meekum, it's
Indy.
It's midnight right now, and I'm gonna timestamp this one. I never do. We're pushing on midnight right now.
Yeah,
recording.
why not?
It's Tuesday night right now. Going
If people
into
know
Wednesday.
me and they know you,
I don't
if
sleep.
they know me,
I don't
I
sleep.
burn the Minore oil.
That's it. So
I
just
start
to get
waking up
everyone-
at 11, even though I'm
Meekum
getting old.
Indy was May 15th through the 20th. I know you were there. We're going to talk about that. You were there on Saturday, I believe, Friday and
Saturday.
And that is on television this week.
It's been on.
It's
I
been
got
on.
a funny story to
So
tell
it I think it started today. The 5th.
It was going on
well,
last
they ran
week.
it live, but they're running 4 days
No,
right now.
but they were recapping last week.
Okay.
But I got to tell you a quick story. Yeah. So I'm watching Saturday morning, doing some paperwork, watching Meekum, blah, 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 blah. And Saturday,
This past Saturday.
Yeah, but they were running Saturday cars.
Oh, okay.
You know, it was a recap.
Sure.
I was like, oh, that's cool. And I'm looking at the lot numbers. I'm like, car 118. Car 118. Where's the .1? This car is not supposed to be 118. It's supposed to be 118.1. And that's not the car that was before it. And I'm thinking, what the hell? What's going on? They're changing everything around. Well, I was looking and expecting that it was Indy. It was actually Houston.
Oh.
So, because I have the book in front of me, I'm like, no way. They're changing everything around.
Yeah, well, how many of these cars that were in Indy now are you watching that were in Houston?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, see, I got a couple
zing.
a little zing. See, every once in a while, I will talk to Stevie about some things before we kick off. I'm like, hey, can I talk about this? Can I talk about that? Because I don't want to ruffle any feathers.
No, we're just making statements.
But if we do ruffle the feathers, you send an email to Steve.
Right.
And we talked about the new email.
Yeah, and I forgot what it was.
And you forgot what it was. So what's the old email?
cas-am Performance.
Yep.
CASAM Performance at sbcglobal.net.
All right, fine. So go back to episode 5.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his notebook tonight. We're on the fly.
It was cas
Whatever.
dash
Don't even
am,
confuse
whatever.
the people. What's
you
the
know.
email now? Give him this one.
cas-am Performance at sbcglobal.net. You've heard it a million times.
That's right. So you can also check Stevie out on Facebook as Stevie Minore, Minore. Also, cas-am Performance on Facebook, cas-am Performance on Twitter.
It's everywhere
And,
for now.
I know we're going to be talking about a big event coming up because we got Barrett Jackson coming up our way in another 2 weeks.
You got it.
Up at Mohegan Sun Casino.
That's right.
But, man, I'm jumping all over the damn place
That's
tonight.
all right. Back to Meekum.
Meekum, yeah. The only thing that caught my mind about that, because I didn't get to watch any of it live, was I heard in the preview stuff the guy that had Keith Busey, I believe. Busey?
Think so.
With the pace car collection.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I had the Corvette pace car collection, 16 cars, only sold in one lot. They were not going to break them up.
Well, they offered it at a lot first.
Okay.
And they said if they couldn't sell the lot, they would break them.
Oh.
So they offered it as a lot first. If
Yeah.
it didn't sell as a lot, they were going to do each car.
And what was the result?
They sold a lot.
They sold it at the lot. So
On the
and
phone.
lot, so I looked it up, and I'm not going to do the VIG. This is what it sold, and I think there's 10 plus and 10 minus % of both ends at Meekum.
10 on 10.
They're 10 on 10. So I'm not going to do the numbers. But that lot sold for $1.76 million for 16 Corvette pace cars.
There was a guy 20 feet away. He was right there. We're watching him bid back and forth. He bid to 1.6 on the floor.
Wow. That's
1.6
big dollars.
And then the guy on the phone got the last one. I think it was 1.7. Like
I mean,
you
it
said.
seems like a lot of money to you and I, obviously.
Yeah,
16 cars, but if you break it down for 16 cars, it's
Right.
not a lot of money.
Some of those cars were, I don't want to say the word recreation, but I think a couple of them
Well,
were.
some of them could have been pace car press cars.
Yeah,
and
something
not
like
lap
that.
Cars.
I mean, I didn't really get into the total details. I did watch a recap of him explaining what the cars were.
Right.
I am the only one that has these 3 pace cars in the same year, 3 different colors, whatever it was. I don't know, whatever. But it was a pretty unique
So
collection.
who's your buddy that has all the Oldsmobile pace cars?
That's my buddy out of Miami.
Adam. Okay, so still
Yeah.
nameless by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still nameless by
Yes.
the way. We're gonna refer to him as client.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have many clients.
That's
he
right.
just happens to be
In
in
Miami.
Miami. There's one here. There's one there. I have one in Connecticut. I have one in Michigan. I've got a lot of clients.
Big ball.
When they see these cars, they call me.
That's it.
What's the deal?
That's it. Fly
It's like
you in.
your
check
wife
it out.
coming in to me before
Right,
on
leave my
Facebook.
wife
Hey,
out of this.
do you know any? You know these Oldsmobiles? And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's this one. And
She was cracking up.
Yeah, she's
That's
like,
why she
you
flicked
got
on the
problems.
on-air sign.
You got
In the
problems.
DrJay Studios.
I got problems.
A couple cars that caught my eye. I was reading the results, and the difference between Meekum and Barrett Jackson is Barrett Jackson, the website, the recap, and everything is a little bit more transparent. Meekum wants you to register online just so you can see all the results.
Right.
Of course, there's ways around that because people put that stuff out there, and you can find it on forums. And I happen to find all of it, so I didn't have to log in and put my name out there for the universe. So, what do you want to do? 3, 4? I have 10.
Whatever you want to talk about. We can recap.
Well, you were
real
there what
quick.
day? What day did you
Friday,
see?
Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. All right.
Friday,
so
Saturday.
One that really caught my eye, and again, check it out. It's on Velocity, I believe.
Yeah.
Velocity channel.
Yep.
It started rerunning tonight, which is Tuesday. Today's the 5th.
Yeah, last week they were running Houston.
They were running Houston, right? Don't forget about that. So Mecum, Indianapolis, 2018 started airing today, which is Tuesday the 5th. So this is going to be online probably in a day or two. So by the time you're listening to this, it's probably going to be the 7th.
Right.
So there's your slate.
Right.
There you go. All right.
That's
So
it.
make that sound.
That's fine.
Wait, hold on. Okay, there it is. So we slated. You guys are going to be hearing this probably the 7th, but we're talking right now on the 5th.
That's right.
So there was one that was crazy, and they called it a where is it? A semi-custom. The semi-custom. It was on Friday.
What the heck was that?
Lot 221, the 7442 W30 convertible, automatic, burgundy, custom saddle tan interior. No?
Tell them what my face is like. Yeah.
Do you know the one I'm talking about?
I know exactly what car you're talking
You
about.
are.
It's a 70 W30 automatic.
Right.
With a factory color saddle interior. It wasn't custom. It was a custom candy apple paint red paint
See, the
job.
reason why I'm picking these out is because I want to see his face. I want to get the reaction. Is what I key in because I'm not,
Well, everybody else keys in like that, too.
That's the difference.
You know?
Is that I'm starting to learn the key words and the trickery here.
Right.
And that's why, again, Rocket Radio and the Rocket Report, ask Steve.
Right. A little
like,
behind
hey, what do
the
you think about
scenes.
that? I
Yeah.
don't know you, Steve. I've never used your services.
Right.
There's this car at Mecum. What do you think? What are you going to tell
you?
him?
I'm going to tell him what I see.
I'm like, yeah.
Or I know that car. It's been at other auctions.
Okay, well, all right. So we're going to move on from that. But check that one out.
Right.
I like that one as a car guy. That one really caught my eye.
That was a cool car.
It
But I
was
have
a
to
way
tell
cool
you,
car.
I went there. All right, so Friday, I'm just trying to think. I think it was sometime in the afternoon. They have a special room that has all the paperwork for these cars. And I believe that it was probably 2 or 3 in the afternoon on Friday. And the lady brings the envelope out for that particular car, and it still was stapled shut.
Oh.
So that means nobody ever looked at the paperwork for that car.
So there was no interest. Okay, we're going to leave that right there.
Well, we wouldn't have bought the car if it didn't have the paperwork.
Oh, we wouldn't have bought the car.
One of my clients
Okay.
was very interested in that car,
All right.
but
But
wanted to make sure all the paperwork is there. Okay, 2 broadcast cards, the factory warranty book, I believe a copy of the window sticker, some other protecto plate. None of that stuff was mentioned. It said 2 broadcast cards. Now, when I read that, I'm like, it's
chances
too
of
good to be
that,
true.
right.
It really is.
well, this is the difference. You're seeing it, and when I was reading about it,
Right.
it's like this is just a really cool, really
But
hot, put together tribute with a little bit of hot
Right.
rodding.
And
now
that's-
you're telling me the car's got a pedigree.
And I said to myself, you know what? I really didn't think it was going to be. But you know what? Matching number motor,
Whoa,
tranny, carb, distributor,
it had it.
legit.
7020 what?
258.
Thank you. Okay,
Carburetor?
See, I'm getting close. I know 3 numbers now.
704-0258.
Oh, go scratch yourself.
Come on, you're getting good.
All right.
Kinda
So
good.
moving on. So check that one out. That was on.
That was a cool car. That was a good deal.
Yeah.
You know, it's a factory bamboo color,
Oh,
which is not the top color.
that's like Jack's color. Our buddy
Yeah,
Jack's
yeah,
color? Okay.
Yep, that's 72 Jack's car, but a little bit lighter. But that
Gotcha.
is the factory saddle interior in that car. It's not a custom color.
Well, that's why you
It's
got to
a
read the
saddle
descriptions.
interior.
Call Steve.
Yeah.
Email Steve. Whatever.
Anyway,
There
cool
was another
car,
one
man.
that was pretty badass.
Cool
there
car.
there was a couple that were back to back that were
Yeah.
almost the same to me.
Yeah, what'd you get?
There
What'd
was
you
there were 2 blue on blues. There was
yeah,
on Saturday there was lot 116.1, a 71 W30
nice
automatic
car.
blue on blue,
All numbers.
32,000.
All numbers matching. I
know
checked
that one
that
sold
car
for
out.
80 grand.
80. Yeah.
So
I congratulated the guy. That was a nice car.
now, one thing that caught me in there, and if you want to talk about it, maybe you know other people, was they highlighted that it was restored by Thornton's Muscle Cars.
The engine bay was restored and updated. That car has been at Mecum a couple other times. I believe it's the same car. I've got to go back and check the VIN number. But the engine compartment was a little lax. And it actually had, I believe that had like a double stamp on the block for the VIN number. but it was a legit stamp. Sometimes they double stamp it.
It happens.
I've seen it before.
Third shift, his wife's cheating on him.
Yeah,
he gets a little nervous.
whatever the deal is. But it had the original tranny in it. It was a really nice, clean, blue on blue, automatic 71 W30 with a broadcast card.
Oh, there you go. And the other blue on blue one, which looked almost the same,
Mm-hmm.
this was also on Saturday, lot 130.1, but it was a 70 W30 4-speed blue on blue.
Yes, know the car.
And one thing in there, and I want to ask you, it said documented with broadcast card.
Right.
Yeah.
But that car doesn't have the original motor and training.
There you go. So what's the point of it being it's documented?
It's documented as a W30 because it got a broadcast card. It's how you twist it around.
It's not documented by our good friend.
No,
Stephen
it's documented
Minore
by
in Report.
having the broadcast card
So
showing it's W30.
Has documentation instead of documented, because what you're doing is documenting.
Yeah, documenting, authenticating. I'm not necessarily authenticating because there's some cars that I document that I don't authenticate. You know what I mean?
So I don't know what that one went for, but those cars are pretty similar.
That car went 75
So
or
that one went
80 and
less.
pushed. I don't know if did that car sell?
That's why I'm asking. I don't
trying
have a
to
note on
remember.
that one, so
Yep.
I'm wondering if that one did not sell.
Yeah, I don't think that car sold.
All right, well, check that one out. Email Steve. Let us know.
Yep,
'cause
that's
I
the
can't
one
find
with the
results
poverty
on
hub caps, twilight
yes,
blue, black stripes.
Saturday, 130.1, the
I know that
70
car.
W30 blue.
Yep.
It's noted.
Really,
four-speed.
really, I know the guy who painted that car.
Let us know
thing
that
is
one.
killer.
Shoot Stevie an email about
Killer.
that because I can't find the number on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Do it.
One more here.
Come on, I know. Come on, the burgundy one. Come on.
No, I don't want to talk about the burgundy one.
All right, I'm going to talk about it. It's a post-coupe 4-speed burgundy
No.
mist that's been at other Mecum auctions prior. It always goes to 90 and pushes, and it doesn't sell. So that car's a legitimate W30, bought brand new at Barajic Oldsmobile up in Needham, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Remember
I wrote
we
this one
talked
down
about
here.
that?
This was on Thursday, lot 178.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
70 W30,
Yeah.
4-speed.
Nope. I had a couple
No
people.
sell at 90 grand.
Yeah, it pushed. And it pushed a couple auctions before that. So
Yeah. And that one noted matching drivetrain.
Yeah, matching drivetrain, no broadcast card, but a copy of the original invoice from Barajic.
That's what it said. I remember it said copy of this,
Right.
copy of the sales,
Right.
copy of that.
Barajic Olds still has all the documentation and paperwork for all the Oldsmobiles that they sold.
Sure.
Okay? And I know the son, Phil, and I reached out to him when this car first came up at Mecum to find out, hey, is this a real W30? And he came back to me and said, yes, it is. We have the paperwork, but there's no broadcast card. So, whatever. Take it. Phil's not going to lie to me. I know that.
All right, well,
It's a legit car,
So
period.
check that
Bottom
one out.
line.
That's on Thursday.
That's a cool car.
T178. I thought
Very rare
these
color.
are the ones that I picked out. There was
Yeah.
a handful of 455s, W30s, W31s.
Yeah,
and
there
there's
was a
a
red.
little other
Yeah.
one here
Go
I'm going
ahead.
to get to last. That
Come
one's going to be
on.
last.
Come
I
on,
talked to
let's
you about
go.
that one.
Come on. Keep rolling.
The pace car you didn't check out. I dig the 72 pace cars. Thursday on 122.
there was a
factory
7
markings on firewall.
Yeah, that doesn't sell a car.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I just dig the Hurstall's colors.
It was a cool car. It was a
Black
hard
dot
top,
auto.
no sunroof,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a client asking about that car, but he decided to.
I know that's not your thing, but I just dig those cars.
Those are cool cars.
Yeah.
They're very underrated.
And then
Affordable to get into.
what other one? All right, this one's gonna make you laugh.
Yeah,
I
go
got
ahead.
3 more for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
The lot was U77, so I'm gonna assume that's Sunday.
Yeah, what was that car?
That's the green and white.
I checked that
the
car out.
70
That's a clean. That was a
W30.
really cool car. It had the original motor in it, the original carburetor, I believe distributor. I think even the transmission. I got to go back and look at pictures, but that was original Sherwood green, white stripe car. Really good car. Do we know if that car sold?
There's no price on that one, so I'm gonna
Might have
assume that was a
pushed.
push.
Yeah, I wasn't
That's
there.
the
I
difference
left.
between the Mecums and
Yeah.
the Barretts.
It'll say bid goes on.
right.
It'll say bid goes on.
So one thing I found interesting in that one in the description was it said true W30 with factory paperwork.
Yeah, but it didn't say broadcast card, did it?
Thank you.
But it could have. I didn't check.
Okay. Did you just kick your shoes off? Oh, my
No,
God.
my shoes have been off. I don't come in your house with shoes on. I know better.
So if anyone checks me out on Facebook, I'm kind of a ball breaker, and I got 2 more to go here. And Steve's got no shoes on right now, and he's got his
all right.
black socks. So my
all
Facebook
right.
status today was single white socks seeking same for possible relationship. Because
Unbelievable.
I'm always losing socks.
Where'd you get
I
that
have
off?
nothing to match.
Craigslist?
Don't even ask. Yeah. Misconnections on Craigslist. Friday was lot 21, was the 70 W31, the 350 auto, the red on the white.
Cool car, But I have to be totally honest with you. I never looked at it.
Okay, but
I'm sorry, all you W31
it's
fans.
okay.
And I'm one too. I wanted to, but I was just
there
like.
was a funny post that you had on Facebook before the holiday season where you put this rusty part as your profile picture. And that's why I picked this one out. Because in the description, this one said, correct harmonic balancer. Why is that a big deal?
It's a $1,500 item. W31 only.
Oh. So that's not a carryover. It doesn't match to the 455.
68, 69, and 70 W31s. Every single one of them had that balancer. No other Oldsmobile had it. Not a Vista Cruiser with heavy-duty cooling. Not a four-door Cutlass. Not a Delta 88 with a 455. That was a absolutely W31 only part.
And they're still out there, though.
They're there. They're
people
around.
People are buying rust boxes and
they come across one.
Restorable item.
It's an item that makes a difference in price when you're going to buy a W31.
It's just one more of those line items.
It's another, it's like the intake manifold. That's W31 only. They put it on the 70 only. In 68 and 69, they had cast iron intakes. 70, they had a W31 aluminum factory intake. That's for a 70 only. So again, you're going to buy a legitimate W31. The intake's missing, $500 to $1,000. The harmonic balancer's missing, $1,000 to $1,500. So you gotta, those are things. Plus the carburetor too. We didn't even go there yet.
Well, we've been there a couple times.
$2,500.
Oh. All right. Well, that one caught my eye. So at least I'm picking out the good ones tonight.
Yeah.
Last one, because in episode 3.
Yeah.
We talked about some of the odd W's that you weren't familiar with. We got a couple emails. We want some more. So we're putting together some information. We're trying to get some guests on here about the W32s.
Yes, and we're going to get Alan Reedy. I'm sorry, Alan, if I'm pronouncing your last name incorrectly. He's from Rhode Island. He's a big SX guy. And Bob Peters.
SX,
Bob
that's
Peters.
What I'm talking about.
Yep, Bob Peters.
Yep.
He runs the SX registry. So we're going to get them on maybe the next one or the next one after. They're just kind of waiting for us to give them a call.
The phone line is always open. You guys got my number. Call me.
I know that. But I want to be able to give them some time because it's kind of important.
And go over some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one caught my eye because we talked about it. Was on Thursday, 182.1. This is the way it was written. The 1970 Cutlass SX W32 convertible. Automatic, black on black on black.
Very, very nice car.
The
was
pictures
not there.
of this car on the website
Stunning.
are so sexy.
Nice.
Just sexy.
Yeah, it was really nice. But by the time I saw it on Friday, it was dusty. And I have to say, and I don't like picking things out on cars, but I walked up that car from the back end, and I noticed that the Cutlass emblem was a little crooked on the trunk lid. I'm sorry. I had to say that. The rest of the car was unbelievable. I didn't see under the hood, but just, walking up like that. And that car sold on the phone. I saw it go on a rerun.
Well, I got the price here. I'm gonna
it was very
sold for $81,000.
That's unbelievable. And that's with the VIG, right?
That's not the VIG.
That's 81 flat out plus the VIG.
But this is without the VIG. So 8,100 both ends added
well,
up.
I have to say, I think the triple black really set that thing.
The cool thing about that, it was correct W25 hood treatment and came with the W27 rear and cover is the way it was
rear
written.
And cover?
That's the way it said.
Yeah,
rear and cover.
Should have been rear end cover.
It said rear
But the funny
and
thing is,
cover.
you could have got a W27 in an SX.
So, okay. Well, man,
but you could not have gotten. You could have not gotten. You could have not gotten.
You could
the
not have gotten.
Yeah, the W25 hood. That was not an option on an SX. I had that.
That's why I said added W25 hood treatment.
That's exactly right. So that car was nice. It really was.
Oh, I love that. So check that one out.
I wish I didn't see it when it was dusty.
That was on Thursday.
Right. It's a Thursday car.
So you need to look that one online. Go to
cool
Mecum,
piece.
MECUM, because people always spell it all the time. Right? Did I get that right? I did. Go to the Mecum online.
.com.
Check out the Indianapolis 2018 results.
Go to
check
search, type in Oldsmobile, and it'll show you all the
Oldsmobiles.
Oldsmobiles.
Pop all there. So that was that. Rocket Radio.
Yeah.
Rocket Report, Steve. Steve Minore, cas-am Performance.
That's right.
Give me the email.
cas-am performance at sbcglobal.net.
Right.
Man.
If you don't know the new email, just go back in episodes. It's a little late right now. We're ticking past midnight right now.
Yeah,
but
we want to get you guys updated. We're a little lagging, but
it's all right.
We're here now. We're
I
doing
got
it.
A handful of stuff.
We're doing
I want to
it.
give a shout out to Stefano Bimby. It was episode 5. It was over a month ago. I haven't spoken to him in a month.
I've texted him
I
back
know you
and
have.
forth
We're
some
gonna get
stuff.
to him when we get into Tech Talk, but check him out online. Nikki Performance, Nickey. It was such a great phone call, phone-in guest, talking about McCacken in Chicago, coming up in November, the 17th, 18th this year. We're going to talk about that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
There's some sponsorship in that.
People got to go to this thing.
Your car, that our other call-in, Alan. We had Alan call in. No, we had Ken call in.
We got to get Alan on.
Yeah, we want to get
him.
Alan.
We'll
we
get
want to
him.
get Alan Steinbach in here, but we had Ken Garner in on episode 4. Ken from Garner Customs Restorations down in Bradenton. Check him out, info at garnercars.com, Facebook, garnercars.com. Yes, I am actually reading that for a change because I'm getting tired, so I have my notes.
Me too, but we're doing all right.
But they're working on Stevie's W31. Any update on that one you want to get into?
Just a lot of parts coming in.
Right,
Stuff
so
that's
parts
getting
coming in.
replated.
We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
We're gonna get
it's
a
moving
list
forward. It ain't sitting. It can't sit. It's got to be done by November, man.
All right. Well, this is more of a welcome back. It's been a month.
It's like we've been on vacation.
So we're gonna roll through and wait till we get to the burnout box tonight. Because as always, I got to put something together.
Yeah, you're gonna put a twister.
And let's get into Tech Talk. You good?
I'm ready.
Yeah, you're ready. Okay. You always say, I'm ready. So Tech Talk tonight brought to you by anyone we want to plug tonight? Frank. Palmieri Auto Sales, State Street, North Haven.
Yeah.
We'll always give Frank a plug. We gotta get Frank on here.
Yeah, we will.
I love Frank. I really do. Frank, we haven't seen you in a while. Got to get down to the Doo-Wop Cruisers Car Show on Monday in North Haven. If you're a local, North Haven Center, the legendary North Haven Center hangout.
Put too many curbs in the middle of that parking lot.
I know.
What's the deal,
It's
dude?
not the same, but
Can't do
Doo-Wop
donuts in there.
Cruisers, Robin and the gang, they do a great job. I mean, there's 200 cars every Monday night at that show. And yeah. So I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm losing my mind tonight. Something I was talking about in the Mecum update, and you dropped on it. And I actually had it written down here, so I'm going to go back to it. Was the harmonic balancers. Yeah. And differences, what years? Let's do some Rocket Report stuff here.
Well, the first W31, which was called a Ramrod in '68, had this harmonic balancer. That's what started it. High RPM motor. It helped with harmonics. High end.
I know,
you know what
the
it means?
Concept of it is.
And they phased it out in '71, so they made it for 3 years.
And that's it. So it's a pretty obscure.
It's a W31
part.
only piece. Yeah, it's a very scarce part.
Part number? I gotcha.
H1338 on the back inside casting, I think. Oh man, you got me.
So if you put one side by side and you don't turn it over and see the numbers, is there a physical difference?
Yeah,
totally.
It's almost
so
2 inches wide.
Those parts at the swap meet that the guy has thrown in the freaking milk crates and they're all rusted to hell.
Yeah.
How do you pick it out?
Trust me. A weathered Oldsmobile guy like me can pick it out. But in '72, they had a wide balancer, just as wide, but it wasn't the same diameter, and the W31 balancer's kind of like stepped on the outside. So there's a couple telltale signs.
So when you're going searching and you want to add that extra 1,000, value to your car.
Yeah, and everybody's going to be like, oh, my God, you just told everybody what it's worth. How can you do that? Hey.
Listen, you can't blame the person for telling you what they're worth. Can you blame the person for paying what someone's asking? That's what sets the price.
Yeah. So I'm going to
What are you willing to spend?
Yeah. So people are going to say, why didn't you say it's worth $500 to $1,000?
Well, that's the whole concept of an auction. You want the part. The part's going to go for whatever two people want it for, and then that sets the price for the next calendar year.
Right.
Not your fault.
Yeah.
But
it is what it is.
So the last 3 of them that you've seen for sale, how much have they sold for?
Between $1,000 and $1,500.
Okay, there you go. Done. Case closed.
eBay. Go
Done.
back and look.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong there.
Right.
What about the big block stuff, though?
Harmonic balancer?
Yeah.
No.
Nothing specific.
Nope.
You can
Same
take anything
one,
from anything.
You could find that on a Delta 88 with a 455. Same harmonic balancer.
So just the W31. That's
specific.
That's a pretty.
Yep. Other Oldsmobile engines have specific harmonic
We're
balancers.
both getting tired.
Yeah,
We can't talk
Pacific, specific.
It's on the Pacific.
You know,
I just snorted.
unreal. Other Oldsmobile engines have specific harmonic balancers per engine. Those aren't worth half as much. Not even a tenth of as
better off
much
getting
of
a
a
modern
W30.
one for safety and throwing it on there.
Right,
There's
or
no
have an
point.
old one rebuilt. I mean, Proform makes one. There's ones that are $100 out there, but are Chinesium, as people say. And it's not,
that down.
Chinesium. Right.
That's
so,
a Steveism. Chinesium.
No, another guy uses that all the time.
I'm totally
that I
stealing
know
that.
of, and he's a cool dude, but he always used that Chinesium. It's funny.
We're gonna start getting giddy here because I'm
Yep.
looking at the clock
So,
now. We're pushing 12:30 now.
2:45.
It's officially Wednesday now, June
Oh, yeah.
6th.
That's right.
And you guys are probably gonna hear this on June 7th. So I'm slating this one because it's super late tonight.
It's all
but
good. It's all
that's
good.
right. My wife's probably asleep tonight. I need to wake her up. I want some more cookies. The other thing I want to talk to, we talked about last episode. We touched on it before that. Your whole Dale Smith thing.
Yes.
But I know you still don't have a
still
question.
don't have a question for
But
him.
we were talking about the hoop.
The intake hoop.
The intake hoop. Does it have a name? Like if you were to open up the old parts catalog, did it have you guys call it the loop, the hoop?
Engine lift hoop.
Any
engine
specific
lift.
thing? You don't know?
I could find out exactly what Oldsmobile calls it in the parts book.
It would be pretty interesting to know what it was actually called.
Right.
Email us, Stevie.
cas-am performance at sbcglobal.net.
The first person that emails Steve when this is that, with
me
the
the part
answer to
number.
that,
I want a name.
you want a name.
I want a name
You
and a
want the
part.
specific part
Come on,
number.
just email me.
And
something.
we're still in the debate about the color.
Yeah. I'm still going with what I'm thinking.
And you're
what I've seen.
Which way are you leaning?
Natural.
You're leaning natural.
Yeah.
Email them. Let us know. Go on Twitter. Start a conversation. Go on cas-am Performance
Anything.
on Facebook.
Do it.
Start it up. Put up a picture. Let's
Anything.
get it going. Put up a poll. That would be awesome.
I know.
With the intakes, obviously moving down, we talked about heads. We talked about carburetors. One thing we didn't talk about was exhaust manifolds, anything like that.
Right.
In the Mopar world, and I like saying that.
Oh, God, I know all about those.
Right. There's
the horns and this.
right. Now, on certain cars, the right side, I'm not going to get too specific, the right side exhaust manifold, dime a dozen, no difference, maybe a slight twist, doesn't matter. The left side on some big blocks in the A bodies, which was extremely rare, that's the one you want to find, the driver's side one, and you could tell the difference, and it had a different part number, and people will go and spend big money for that.
I've seen them. Trust me, I've seen them.
Is there anything like that in the exhaust manifolds for the W30 and the W31s?
To talk about the W31 exhaust manifolds, they're the same exhaust manifolds you're going to find on a regular 350. There's no physical difference. The only thing different is that on the passenger side, there's a cap that goes over the crossover. So on a single exhaust 350 Olds, there's a pipe that goes from the driver's side exhaust manifold over to the passenger side, and that goes in one way, and then there's a pipe that goes next to it and it goes out the back.
I wish I could be videotaping tonight because it looks like Steve's like handling himself with
whatever.
gestures.
I got this over here, you got a pipe over here, whatever. So, when they build a W31 motor or a small block with a dual exhaust, they cap it where the crossover is, and then they change the pipes. So it's true dual exhaust. But those exhaust manifolds don't flow at all.
Well,
They're
who
like
cares
a
if
log
they don't
type.
flow? They don't have power.
There's no difference between a W31 and a regular exhaust manifold. That's what I'm getting at. Big blocks, the 442 exhaust manifolds. Now, those are segregated or separated, almost like a header in the center. It's not like a log where it just bolts to the head and it's an open chamber. On a big block exhaust manifold, now the earlier big block ones didn't have the divider in the center. I think they started that in 69 to 72.
You're going to have
and
a
up.
lot of editing to do on this one.
We're
right.
Yeah,
You know
we're
what? This episode's going to be totally uncut. This is going to be raw. I'm just putting it up the way it is.
put it up.
Because you could just totally tell we're out there.
That's fine, but I want to still give
Go.
the right answer.
Go ahead. Do it.
So,
Do it.
big block exhaust manifolds, those were true dual exhaust manifolds. They didn't have the crossover. So, that's all
Something
I
to
got.
look for, an item. Obviously, all these things.
Yeah, they have certain letter designations on them. I think 70 is W and Z. 68s are
Right. Was there a
X and
different
Y.
part number or code from 70, 71, and 72?
70 to 72, 69 to 72, I believe, had all the same part number.
They did.
But I think 69s had like a heat riser on the driver's side, and 70 they did away with it, whatever. But the same part number.
So if you go and see a 71, you could pick out that it has a 69 manifold on it.
No, not that way.
Okay.
No, you could pick out like 68 and down had a different part number, different letter on the exhaust manifold.
So physically the same. You're looking
69
for.
to 72 is pretty much the same except for that heat riser.
That's it.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, well, that's it. And then let's keep going back. Let's go to the back end because I know you like the back. No, I'm totally
whatever
kidding.
you want.
Dirty
Whatever you
joke
want to
there.
do.
With the dub, I can't believe I just said That is just such a
Wow,
radio
you
no-no
are
right
dragging
there.
it.
Oh, my God, I said Let me change that. I didn't say I said no.
Yeah, I'm not even hungry anymore.
I know. I just did it again. Exhaust. Was there anything all the way out back? Was there, the resonators, the mufflers, anything W specific, all the way to the tips?
66.7 had like a chambered tailpipes. I believe they carried it over into 68. The 442 had a different size exhaust system than a regular Cutlass, with the big block, whatever. I believe W30 had even a different exhaust system on it. Both of the pipes were like different sizes, believe it or not. They weren't, one side was like 2 and the other side was like 2 1/4. It was freaky. It was freaky.
You can crawl under the cars and you can pick it out.
Kind of not really, but we're talking 2018. How many cars have the original exhaust system?
Have you seen them?
I've seen
I
some.
know you've seen some low mileage.
I've seen some. Yeah, you definitely have played around with them. But to plug a exhaust company, Gardner Exhaust Systems out of New York is probably one of the best, if not the only ones that do the Oldsmobile exhaust systems correctly, 100%.
We're going to put that one up on the YouTube page and Rocket Radio and DrJay, DrJay0.
I've been wanting to plug Eric for a while. They do an absolutely stunning job. The right clamps, the right.
I'm going to drop
mufflers,
that logo
everything.
right here.
Yeah, put it in.
Boom, there it is.
Gardner Exhaust Systems.
So I'll
the
definitely
only exhaust system out there, as far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
For Oldsmobile.
Wow, you're really putting your name.
You
on
owe
that.
me, Eric. Eric's a great guy, man.
Send us a T-shirt.
You got it.
Tech Talk.
Yes.
Brought to you by Frank Palmieri's
Oh,
office.
Jesus.
State Street
Yep.
in North Haven, 06473.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring him some cat
One
food.
thing I love about the bringing some cat food at Dunkin' Donuts. One thing I love about
Glenwood hot
the
dog.
W30 machines, and I'm a sucker for a good wheel, believe it or not. Wheels and tire combination make the car.
Okay.
And one thing I notice about a lot of the W30s is the color match that's on the rims.
Careful how you speak.
Yeah, I know. This is. I've been talking to you about this before this, and I'm just asking: Is there certain years that was an option? Was it a what WW? Was it a W30, W31 thing? Did people just do it and pick up on it?
You're like digging deep, dude.
No,
on
I
good
am.
subjects. You really
No,
are.
I know,
And folks, I did not ask him. I don't tell him nothing.
No,
nothing.
I'm doing my research.
He's digging his research. This kid.
So what's the scoop on that?
70. The rims SS2s are not body color. They didn't start offering that until 71. 72, it was like, okay, you order a green car, you're getting green SS2s. 71 was a freaky year because you could actually get SS1s, which look like the Chevelle SS rims, the 5-star things. I call them 5 stars, whatever anybody else wants to call them. That's what I call them, 5 stars. Those were no trim ring, chrome rim, 71 option only, and I believe it was 15-inch. So, but, dealer, look, if you bought a 70 W30 and you didn't like the Argent Silver paint that was on the rims, and you say, hey, look, I bought a Burnished Gold W30. I want Burnished Gold on my rims. Of course, they're going to paint them. But they would not come in from Lansing, Michigan with body color on them.
Now, is there any wacko combinations where it was you ordered the car and you could get whatever, because you're talking about the 72 was like, you want this, it's this way. Could you order the car in a color and the rims in another?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Like if you ordered a yellow car and you wanted red rims?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably something the dealer would provide for you if you wanted to go that,
Have you ever seen one with a cuckoo combination like that?
No, but I've seen in 1970, and it's been going back and forth, and there's been a couple cars that have been ordered with this, would be a steel wheel poverty hubcap with a trim ring. And a friend of mine out in Chicago has a 70 W31 that he bought from the original owner that has that funky wheel option, which is a steel wheel, 14x7, poverty hubcap with a trim ring. It's a special option. I don't know what it was. I'm going to have to get my buddy Jimmy on to tell what that's all about.
Wow, that's like.
And I have another friend of mine in Canada, Sam, which has a car that has that option too. So maybe we can get the poverty hubcap trim ring crew on in the next couple episodes.
That'd
whatever.
be cool.
That's a good topic to talk about because
it really is.
You don't see it a lot. Is it a desirable thing? Yeah, no. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it's a pretty cool thing to speak about.
In the Mopar side of the thing, it is a big deal because you'll see these high impact colors.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about the e-bodies mostly. The e-bodies will sometimes have the body colored steel wheels with the poverty cap,
Right.
but then you'll also have the same car that'll have the Chrysler Rallies.
Right.
And I'm a sucker for that poverty
Me
cap.
too,
look,
but when I
man.
think of poverty in the Oldsmobile world, I think of a hubcap only. I don't think of a trim ring.
That's
That's
what's
the
cool
standard.
about this.
That's the kind of like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. That's kind of the accepted thing.
So I hit some good ones tonight.
You did,
Tech
man.
Talk's gonna be quick tonight
Damn.
because we talked about Meekum for a little bit. So you know what's
My
left.
buddy Jimmy's his head's gonna spin when we're talking about
Oh, good.
these
Jimmy,
poverty
check out the
hubcaps and
past
trim rings.
episodes if you
Jimmy
haven't been already.
listens to every one of these.
He really
and,
does.
And I gotta tell you, there's a lot of people I talk to, not just my friends, but just acquaintances that come up to me here. I could be anywhere, and like, do you listen to the podcast? Oh yeah, we love it. So it's I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from people that I didn't think really listened. And there is a lot of people that listen, and I'm very grateful for
Good.
that.
We're getting
I
there.
love it.
We're doing it for you. We're not
doing
this
it for you
us.
guys,
Don't get me
man.
wrong. I love to
You got to
talk.
give us some ideas. I mean, we're running good. Jay does his homework. This is all on him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't come here. You see my notebook. What do I got on here? I got the day
he's
written
making-
down.
You're playing
and
Hangman.
I got Bob Peters and Alan Reedy, SX. What else I got? And then a recap from Michigan. That's
it.
all I got written
And
down.
what do I got written
And you
down?
got an
See,
8.5
you're not
by
allowed to
11,
look at that.
8.5 by 11 piece of paper
Full
that
sheet.
it's got some chicken scratch on it.
Don't worry about that. So that was Tech Talk, brought to you tonight by
Frank.
Frank. So you know what that means. We're almost done.
We're getting to the burnout box. We're gonna do some bakes, like my cousin would say. Let's go out and do some bakes.
The burnout box.
Yeah.
The burnout box.
Do it.
Yeah, the burnout box. We love the burnout box. Put your phone down, man.
Sorry,
Jesus.
dude, I'm sorry.
Burnout box tonight. We're gonna do another plug. Brought to you by. Come me somebody. Who's it brought to you by tonight?
Burnout box?
Burnout. Oh wait. Oh my
Whoa,
God,
whoa.
she's here. Does she want to make an appearance?
No.
She said no.
No.
It
Oh,
was.
that's right.
Happy birthday,
Indy.
Steve.
Yeah, thanks.
While you were in Indy, I totally
Yeah,
forgot about
was
that.
cool.
So tonight's Burnout Box brought to you by Steve Minore's birthday.
There you go.
Num 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 on your birthday.
That's right.
So for everyone, if this is your first time listening, go back and listen to episode 1 through 5. Burnout Box, totally unscripted, totally unprepared. Well, not really.
Your
have-
end.
You
My
have no
end.
idea. This one's a shocker. This is where I throw 3 things at Steve: person, place, thing, vibe, something.
Right.
And we try to get the fastest, quickest first answer off the top of his head, and always turns into a 20-minute segment, which
That's
is
all
always
right.
fun.
I'm ready.
So let's talk about America. We love America.
Okay.
Look at his eyes. He's like, uh-oh, where's he going to
boy.
go with this?
Yep.
All right. So
I'm ready.
you want to go on vacation.
Okay.
And we're brought up in an era where we have the family vacations when we were
Sure.
young. And
Sure.
is there any place that you've seen in the books in this great country of ours that you would love to go see? Like 2 or 3 places.
California.
Like anything specific in California?
No, I went there once.
Yeah.
Orange County, actually, Oldsmobile related, of course.
That's
I've
actually
always
on my list too. I want to drive through, Yosemite, Redwood Forest.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Definitely. And drive, down the beach, the coast or something like that, whatever.
Sure.
Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
Hawaii. But I think number 1 on the list would be overseas to Italy.
Well, I'm talking about America, man.
I want to go to Italy, man.
All right, screw it. We're throwing this right out.
No. California, right.
Sure. Give me a landmark. Something. I'll help.
L.A.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Bigger, man.
In California?
Just anything. Give me another one. Get out of California. All right, I'll help you. You know what I want to go see, believe it or not?
What do you want to go see?
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellowstone. Well, you have
Agreed.
2 different things there. I would love to see Yellowstone.
I'm with you there. I never been to Niagara Falls.
That's not in America, but okay.
Canada.
Well, if you want to be on the
Which
United
side
States
do you want to be
side,
on?
if you want to be on the Canada side, right? I'm leading the witness here, folks.
I've always wanted to see a volcano. Just like I want to go chase tornadoes in Kansas.
While you were gone, we got hammered,
man.
folks, with a tornado,
I was here.
a microburst.
I was here. I was here for it.
DrEcho, DERECHO. Check that out. North Haven, Connecticut, touchdown. 4 confirmed touchdowns.
Yeah.
1 was 500 yards from my house. Blew out State Park, Warrensbrook.
Sleeping Giant.
Sleeping Giant up by Quinnipiac University.
Bethany. Oxford.
We got hammered. Here's another little plug. Go on my YouTube page. Obviously, you're listening to this on the YouTube page. DrJay0, DrJay0. You'll see a link on there for a couple of my drone videos from JA2 Aerial Productions. Me and my good buddy Angelo Appy, certified FAA drone pilots.
That's right.
We got called out to get some aerial footage for some of the municipalities and some other folks, and some radio personalities want us to go out for assessment stuff. We put up some videos of that. We got 15,000 hits.
Yeah.
On our video from
you can't see it from the ground. You got it. Those
absolutely
videos are amazing.
It's unbelievable. So shout out to the boys and girls in blue,
absolutely,
fire department, AMR,
first responders,
EMTs, first responders,
the whole deal.
It was absolutely amazing. So there's your shout out for that.
Yeah.
Number 2 in the burnout box, and hopefully I'm not going to catch you off guard with this one.
No.
Last episode we talked about big names in motorsports transcending eras.
Oh.
And one of the questions we talked about pro stock, and we talked about the 4 names of the transition of eras of pro stock, and who from past eras could transcend and be competitive now, who now could be competitive then. And one thing that we have put out there was Bob Glidden. You and I were both talking about Bob Glidden and Larry Morgan and Warren Johnson. These are the guys that could really do it now.
Right.
And then Steve sends me a message from one of our listeners. I was shocked was listening, even though we talk about him all the time.
Right.
Our good buddy that races the Summit car in pro stock,
Jason Line.
But I just think it's great. Thanks, Jason, for the opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought that was really, really
coming
cool.
from him. So he's, like I said, he's a cool dude. He's a muscle car guy. Hopefully I'll see him in July when he's up at Epping.
We got Epping, New Hampshire coming up because we lost Englishtown.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to talk about that. It's a little bit of a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Raceway Park,
Right
Englishtown.
now it is.
So
Stinks.
the only national event we have up this way is Epping, New Hampshire.
Epping, New Hampshire, and then we got Pennsylvania.
That's always awesome. But that's always a tough one because for some
Weather.
reason it always rains.
The weather.
They're
but
either going to
them-
break every record in the book
I
or
know.
it's getting rained out.
It's such a fine line. You know what I mean? Out there.
It's, man, Maple Grove, they fly.
It's a fun trip.
One event you need. I'm gonna get a plug out there. Maple
That's all right.
Grove.
Do
You
it.
guys need to go to the Dutch.
Dutch Classic.
If
Amazing.
anyone's out there in a super stock and nostalgia
They
drags,
all know about it.
you need to go out to that and go check out the Dutch. And speaking of nostalgia drags, there's something coming up that I've been involved in for a while.
We
And here's a
always
little
go.
bit of a
That's right.
There was a nostalgia drag racing group that I was part of on and off for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And as anything, when you get a bunch of guys together in a club or an association, there's always going to be something. There's always going to be drama. Always going to be drama. So with that, the guys in this group reached out to me because they know I'm the technical guy. I'm super
Great bunch
creative.
of guys, by the
my
way.
God, they all are.
Awesome.
I'm not going to name all of them, but you know who you are.
You do.
They needed a little bit of help just in case the bottom falls out. They want to stay together as a group. So I came up with something, and it's called Nostalgia Drag Racing. The group is called No Drama. Northeast Old Drag Racers and Muscle Car Association.
Unbelievable.
So I came up with
genius.
It was absolutely genius. So wait till I'm going to put this logo up so you guys see this. This was just one of those 1 o'clock in the morning ideas.
The
I
master.
put together this logo, so that's out there.
Yeah. That's just
a
a local
wish the guys
thing.
in the group.
We have a lot of local guys that love just to go up there and race and, to have our own time slot up there. That's basically what it's all about.
That's it.
Call us up all at one time. We get to do whatever we want to do up there. It's great.
It's great.
It really is a good time. I had an opportunity to race in it a little bit with Jack's car.
Yep.
Obviously, my car, the one
Trying
I'm
to
putting
keep it
together,
alive, helping those
is
guys
not gonna
any
be able
way
to
I
race.
can.
Right.
And,
Mine won't be able
wishing
to
the
race
best.
in there, but there's a lot of guys that
I'm
love
helping
that
them out in
class.
the background, however
Whatever.
I can.
We
And
just want to keep racing up there. That's
this,
the bottom
this branding
line.
and this name, this has some marketability. So we'll see what happens.
It's awesome.
I'm not going to talk about it any more than that. 'cause
Anymore,
it's
no
bad
less.
juju. So no drama. I'm going to
That's
put
it.
that logo up there. You get it.
Do it.
Do it. Does that mean I'm on my last question? Yes. Burnout box. Last question. Oh my God. You're out of your mind. I haven't snuck in my food question. All right. So you ready?
Yep.
Hold on here. Let me do this. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me clicking my pen.
Yeah,
I can
go
actually
ahead.
see it on the meter. It's making sound.
Oh, God.
Okay. Spaghetti, linguine, or angel hair?
Spaghetti.
Red sauce or white sauce?
Red.
Linguine on red sauce or white sauce?
Linguine and red.
Angel hair on red sauce or white sauce?
No white sauce, man.
Fish sauce on spaghetti,
No.
linguine,
No
or angel
fish,
hair?
no clams, no nothing. I can't do that.
All right, well, that's it. Burnout
Yeah.
box. We're
Wow.
done. Episode 6.
Done.
In the bank. Hope everyone enjoyed this one. A lot of stuff.
We got
we're trying
Barrett.
to catch back up. Barrett
Barrett.
Jackson's coming up. We're gonna retool. We've been gone for a month, so we're
Busy month.
We're gonna get back to every week. I got some crazy work weeks coming up. I know you do too.
We'll
but
make the time. We'll make the time. These
thanks
guys
for
want to hear
listening,
us.
Everyone, give the email. Give us some ideas. What's the email?
cas-am performance at sbcglobal.net.
That's it.
Please reach out to me.
Yeah. Check
Reach
them out
out
on
to us.
Facebook. Anything you want. Stephen Minore, Minore. Cas-am
Send me a
Performance on
text.
Facebook.
Send me. We want some topics. Not that
Cas-am
we're running
Performance
out.
on Twitter.
Give me something to talk
We're
about.
gearing up for Mohegan Sun Barrett Jackson. If you want to meet up, shoot us an email. We're going to be out there. Hopefully we can do it right. If not, we're going to be powwowing around. So that's it.
That's it.
In the books, episode 6. Rocket Radio, Rocket
Another one
Report,
to
Steve.
do. That's it.
Bam.
Done.
You're the best.
Later.